Dan, FPE2 done here at Snetterton. Your thoughts on that session? Because everybody's sort of saying it's been a bit changeable. Everything's changed from FP1, maybe the track's dried out a bit, and there's a bit of head scratching going on as well. What's your view?
I think for us it was a okay session. Knowing what we had on the car in terms of tyre and brakes, I think it was all right. Yeah, the track's very rubbered in. FP1 was slippy, Obviously, I think that's the first rain they've probably had here for 10 weeks or so, I guess, looking at the grass and stuff. So I think, the track's definitely different. I think it's quite quick. Obviously, Tom's just proved that there's a really quick time in it, and there's obviously going to be more to come qualifying. But I think for us, we're learning. We've tried a few different things coming into Snetterton, so it's definitely been a bit of an eye-opener. Both Ash and myself have gone a little bit of a different direction. Compared to our baseline, which is where Camo is, and obviously at the minute he's the quicker of the four. But we'll have to see what comes in qualifying.
Have you tried both tyres here this morning?
No,
you haven't.
No, we just know the hard tyre's slow, so I'm not bothered about that. Well, we are bothered, of course, but we haven't had the time with the change we made to the car. We've just needed to really focus on how the balance is on our default tyre, and obviously we've got more races on the soft, and we've got to qualify on the soft, so there's no point in spending too much time on the hard. I don't know if anyone else has run the hard from the team. Hopefully someone, so we've got some data, but yeah, it's they're really pushing us this year. Toka, the hard to soft tyre ratio is massive. The new BOP system with the boost is seemingly working to an extent. Obviously Tom has still gone super fast with relatively little boost, but if they've got the car dialed in, then they've got the car dialed in. You can't knock them for that. So I think it's definitely going to be it's looking like to be a challenging year.
Just in terms of race strategy, if you don't have the straight line speed to catch, for example, the Hyundais, is the plan then to set the car to make up the time on the slower parts of the circuit, the infield parts of the circuit?
Well, I think you have to. I think you have to try and reap your benefits. But ultimately, for me, the problem is when you come to somewhere like Snetterton, Thruxton to some extent. Actually, Thruxton, that's probably unfair. That doesn't really. It never bodes at Thruxton, actually. But here, certainly, Silverstone, place where you really stretch your legs of the car, Brands Hatch GP. If you are trying to overcome a straight line deficit when you've got such big straights, and I think the thing that you don't realise at Snetterton, the start straight's really steep. It's uphill from the last corner to turn one is quite steep, so that's another double bogey. We're driving into the wind today, so we will obviously try and manufacture our car to make up the time where we can, but the straights are so significant here that actually if we just aren't quick enough, we aren't quick enough. So I think actually the answer to the question is the race becomes different. If we can't beat that car, we just don't. So we need to then beat everybody else. So it's just a change in strategy. Ultimately, you've been around this paddock a long time. You've just got to keep bagging the points, get big points each weekend, and you'll be there at the end of the year.